Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Monthly Manifesto from Bosco Egmore. In this manifesto, let us reflect on the beautiful virtue, humility. Let me start with a beautiful quotation by Saint Augustine. Do you wish to rise? Begin by descending. You plan a tower that will pierce the clouds. Lay first the foundation of humility. To experience the fullness of life, one must get well acquainted with the virtue of humility within oneself. It is easy to acquire. It costs nothing to be humble. It does not require any big educational qualification or training to be humble. Humility is simply granted by divine grace and resides deep within our hearts. Well, what is humility? How do we understand? Humility is termed as the foundation of all the other virtues. Humility comes from the Latin word humiles, which literally means low. In simple terms, it allows one to continually listen, receive, and respond with generous openness to life with the deep convictions of loving kindness and goodwill for other human beings. Let's understand humility better with a small story. A concert was organized in a famous old church. A renowned organist was invited to perform, and he enthralled the entire audience with soul-lifting music. At the intermission, he walked around to the back of the organ for a breath of fresh air. There he was greeted by an old gentleman who was having a coffee as he rested from the task of pumping air into the organ. The man seemed very pleased with himself as he said to the musician, "What a superb concert we are giving our audience tonight." The famous organist was thrown off balance. "What? How do you mean we, old fellow? I'm giving the concert, aren't I?" he said. Then he returned to continue the concert. When the audience had settled, he struck the pose with hands raised, then descended for the next piece he was going to play. No sound emerged. He rushed to the back of the organ. The old man was still sitting relaxed with his coffee cup in his hand. Something clicked in the musician's head. With a knowing smile, he admitted, "You were right. We are giving them a concert." Then he returned to the organ, and when he struck the keys this time, they came to life. Dear friends, Samana Suttam 136 of Jainism says, "Subdue pride by modesty, overcome hypocrisy by simplicity, and dissolve greed by contentment." Well, my dear friends, humility includes recognizing your strengths and weaknesses, admitting mistakes, being grateful, expressing care and concern, asking for relevant advice, appreciating and serving others. In a world of intense stress, accumulating achievements and fulfilling ambitions, we forget to realize that the virtue of humility is the essential key to success. And above all, being humble also drastically improves mental and physical health. However, it is necessary to be mindful at all times that our humble actions may not always be received with appreciation and rewards. But consistency in our humble actions will reward us with a life well lived, with happiness beyond measure, a sense of achievement and satisfaction. It will also sow seeds of this virtue of humility in the hearts of everyone we meet. Dear children, how and when can you practice this virtue of humility? I'll tell you. 1. You need to humble yourself when teachers advise, point out your mistakes and give you guidance. 2. You need to be humble even when you talk to the workers in the school. 3. You need to show your humility while traveling and when you come across other people in the society. Dear friends, there are so many people who have achieved greatness due to their hard work, but among them, a few of them lost their name because of their proud attitude. If you are skilled and at the same time humble, no one can match you in this world. You are the star to be remembered forever. We have so many people of that caliber. Mother Teresa, renowned for her humanitarian work, Mother Teresa dedicated her life to serving the poor and sick. She often downplayed her own contributions, focusing instead on the needs of others. Albert Einstein, despite his groundbreaking contribution to physics, Einstein was known for his humble demeanor, often expressing a sense of wonder about the universe and acknowledging the contributions of others in his field. Mahatma Gandhi, known for his role in leading India to independence through non-violent civil disobedience, Gandhi emphasized simplicity and humility, often dressing in simple clothing and living a frugal lifestyle. Nelson Mandela, after spending 27 years in prison, Mandela emerged as a leader who emphasized reconciliation over revenge. He often credited others for their roles in the struggle against apartheid and maintained a humble approach to leadership. Finally, remember the quote of St. Augustine. If you should ask me what are the ways of God, I would tell you that the first is humility, the second is humility, and the third is humility. If humility does not precede all that we do, our efforts are fruitless. Let's begin now our journey with humility. May God bless you.